The phone buzzed softly on the counter, its glow cutting through the quiet night. I paused, staring at the screen. It wasn't the message itself that unsettled me, a single text, seemingly harmless. It was the name. Mark. Sarah's ex. The man who had hurt her before I even existed. I felt a chill in my gut. Why now? Why after all this time? My hand hesitated over the phone, torn between trust and fear. I didn't want to look. I didn't want to see something that could break everything we had. But I couldn't stop myself. I met Sarah 4 years ago in the most unexpected place, a bookstore. She was tucked away in the corner, absorbed in a yellowing copy of Jane Eyre. Her concentration was so deep that I couldn't help but watch her, captivated by how her fingers lingered over the pages. There was something about her that drew me in, her quiet intensity, the faint sadness behind her smile. We talked for hours, about everything and nothing. Books, life, dreams. She never mentioned Mark, not then. But months later, in the haze of a wine-soaked evening, the truth came out. Mark had been her first love, her high school sweetheart turned nightmare. Charming at first, but cruel beneath the surface. He'd belittle her, make her doubt herself, control her. She told me once that he grabbed her wrist so hard it left a bruise. She ran from him after college, but the scars didn't fade. I promised her I would never be like him. I would be the one to heal her, to show her what real love could be. We married 2 years ago. A small ceremony by the lake where we had our first date. Sarah's smile that day lit up my world. I thought we were perfect. We built a life together, one small moment at a time, lazy Sundays, late-night talks, and the soft hum of everyday life. But sometimes there were those moments, fleeting but sharp, where I'd catch her staring off into the distance, her eyes clouded with something she never named. I told myself it was just the ghosts of her past. But this text, "I miss you. Can we talk?" was a new wound. My heart pounded as I stared at it. I shouldn't have looked. I knew that, but I couldn't help myself. The name burned into my mind, and I couldn't ignore the fact that Sarah had never mentioned hearing from him. I put the phone down, my hand shaking, and waited. The house felt too still, the clock ticking too loud. When Sarah came home, her arms full of groceries, she smiled at me. That smile used to erase all my doubts. Now, it felt like a mask. "Hey, babe," she said, kicking off her shoes. "You okay? You look pale." "Your phone buzzed earlier. It was Mark." Her face went white. The bags slipped from her hands, and she slowly set them on the counter. "Mark." Her voice sounded off, tight. "That's weird. I haven't heard from him in years." "Then why is he texting you?" I asked, my voice low. "He said he misses me, wants to talk." She laughed, but it sounded forced. Probably just him being drunk or stupid. "I'll block him." I wanted to believe her. I needed to believe her. But something in her eyes made me doubt. "Are you sure there's nothing going on?" I asked softly. Her body stiffened, and she turned away, busying herself with the groceries. "Of course not. Why would you even ask that?" "Because I saw the text. Because I know you. Because I'm terrified of losing you." The words stuck in my throat. The silence between us felt suffocating. That night, dinner was a quiet affair. The clink of silverware against plates echoed louder than our words. I couldn't shake the feeling that she was hiding something. The next few days were a blur of paranoia and sleepless nights. I found myself going through her phone when she was in the shower, scrolling through her messages with a twisted mix of guilt and dread. There were more texts from Mark. "I can't stop thinking about you. I know I messed up, but I've changed." Her replies were brief, cautious. "I'm married now, Mark. We can't do this." But she hadn't blocked him. She hadn't cut him off completely, and that gnawed at me. I confronted her again, my patience fraying. "Why are you still talking to him?" I demanded, holding up her phone. Her eyes widened, then narrowed with anger. "You went through my phone," she spat. "That's low, Ethan. Don't turn this on me. You're the one texting your abusive ex behind my back. What am I supposed to think? She crossed her arms, her jaw tight. It's not what you think. He reached out, and I didn't know how to handle it. I felt bad for him. I recoiled, my voice rising. You felt bad for him? He hurt you, Sarah. He ruined your life. I know, she said, her voice trembling. But he sounded so broken. I thought maybe I could help him. Her words hit me harder than any slap. She wasn't just talking to him. She was trying to prove something to him, to the man who had broken her, and I was left to pick up the pieces. The betrayal stung, but it wasn't just the texts. It was the secrecy, the fact that she hadn't told me about him reaching out. She'd kept it hidden. The more I thought about it, the more I realized that the trust we had built was fragile. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't focus at work. Every time I looked at her, I saw the woman I loved, but also a stranger who had kept a part of herself from me. Driven by a mix of anger and a need for answers, I started digging. I found Mark's LinkedIn profile, his life laid bare in posts about his successes. But buried in his social media, I found something worse, evidence of shady deals, falsified documents. He hadn't changed. I made a call. A friend of a friend worked in real estate, someone with connections who knew how to dig up dirt. Can you look into someone for me? I asked, keeping my voice low. Within a week, Mark's world unraveled. His company fired him, his clients dropped him, and rumors of legal trouble swirled. I didn't feel joy, but I felt something else, vindication, or maybe justice. Then Mark called. His voice was frantic, pleading. Ethan, please. I'm losing everything. I know I messed up. Please, don't do this. I listened, my hands clenched. You don't get to beg, Mark. Not after what you did to her. I hung up, but when I told Sarah what I had done, her reaction wasn't what I expected. She didn't thank me. She didn't praise me. She cried, but not out of relief. She cried because I had crossed a line. You had no right, she screamed, her voice shaking. I was handling it. I was trying to close that chapter on my own. Her words hit me harder than any accusation. She was right. I hadn't trusted her. I had seen the texts and jumped to conclusions. I hadn't given her the space to deal with it in her own way. We're trying to rebuild now, but it's slow. Trust is fragile, and both of us have broken it. I still love her, more than anything. But now, love feels different. It's heavier, shaped by the weight of betrayal and the choices we've both made. Mark's gone, his life in ruins. But sometimes, I wonder if it was him who lost everything, or if, in the end, I lost more.